All right, so now we're going to be talking about some dynamic warm-ups that we do after we've done the static stretching, done some of the banded joint openers and stuff. Now we're going to get into kind of reinforcing that range of motion that we just acquired. We want to make sure our body's moving like that during the workout. So the first thing I like to do, go over, is the active Spider-Man. It's also known as the world's greatest stretch. Allison's going to come into a nice deep lunge stretch here. Notice her back knee is off the ground. That front leg is about a 90-degree angle there. So basically that knee is over the toe up front. Now whatever foot is forward is basically the side we're going to be working on. So she's going to take that same elbow down and kind of lift toward her toe, just kind of stretching that side, get a nice thoracic rotation here in the back, and then taking that same arm, raising it up over her head, nice open chest stretch right here, and then bringing it back down, and then she's going to switch legs. All right. Again, so now we got the left leg forward, so it's going to be left elbow to the ground, bringing that left hand up, opening up that chest, and bringing it back down, and then switching legs. So we normally do like 5 on each side of this stretch right here. Like I said, try to get a little bit lower every time. Let those hips really sink to the ground when we bring that elbow to the ground and get that good thoracic rotation in the spine. All right, so that is your active Spider-Man. Next up, walkout push-ups. Exactly what it sounds like. She's going to stand here, feet about hip width apart. We want to get a nice hamstring stretch as we bend over, put our hands on the ground. Nice stretch on the backside here, and then walk those hands out into a good front lean rest position. Push up, chest touches ground, up. Walk those hands back up toward the feet. Stand up fully upright. Walkout push up. I'm going to do one more just for a quick measure. Just like so. All right, so another, if we're doing any sort of overhead work, twisted cross is one of our favorite stretches, kind of open up the shoulders. So she's going to lie down on the ground, hands out 90 degrees. All right, we're going to pick a side. She's going to flip over to her right here. She's going to keep that right arm nice and flat, try to keep that shoulder down, turn her whole body across, getting a nice deep stretch in the shoulder, bicep, chest area right there, right? And then she's going to hold that for about 5 seconds, come back over to the other side. Notice, like I said, keeping that arm out 90 degrees. You can actually even get a little bit deeper stretch if you kind of move that arm more up to 45 degrees or so. But yeah, the key point here, trying to keep the shoulder down, bicep down, everything flat on the ground, all right? So that is your twisted cross. If she rolls over on her back, this is going to be her iron cross. She's going to bring one leg straight up, and she's going to cross it across her body, trying to touch the ground. This is a good lower back stretch. Do this a lot on deadlift days. That is your one side, and then obviously we're going to rotate, do each side just like so. Just kind of working those in, opening up that lower back, getting it moving freely. This is your iron cross. All right, moving from there, we got one more on the ground, and then we'll move to the rig. On the ground, we're going to do scap push-ups, all right? So I like to do these any day that we're doing shoulder stuff. Basically, the only time I'm ever going to tell you to don't use a full range of motion, she's here. She's simply going to do a 1-inch push-up, kind of letting her hip or scap sink through. Then she's going to actually round her back, just try to really squeeze that chest up and get it as far high as she can, and then relax again. Just kind of all shoulder movement here. Do not use the arms at all. This is essentially just a shoulder opening warm-up exercise. I like to use this one and couple it with our scap retractions. So for the retractions, we actually go over here to the rig. All right, we're just going to do a hang from the rig. Same concept as on the push-ups. We're essentially doing 1-inch pull-ups here, where she's just going to shrug her shoulders and squeezing, just activating those shoulders, getting them ready for if we're doing a lot of pull-ups or toes to bar or something that day. This primes those lats and those shoulders for all the stuff that we're doing on the rig. So these are your scap retractions. Okay, so the final piece of our dynamic warm-up, usually if we're using a barbell in that Metcon that day, is going to be the barbell warm-up. All right, so Allison's going to demonstrate the barbell warm-up, starting with the bar in the back rack position. We got 6 different movements here. We usually knock out 5 reps of each in pretty quick succession. I'm going to talk her through this. Starting out, barbell good morning. So just simply sending those hips back, keeping those legs mostly straight. Notice the nice flat back. We'll knock out 5 reps of this. Warming up those glutes and those hamstrings, moving from the barbell good morning into the barbell back squat. So send those hips back, keeping those knees wide. Notice she's getting below parallel with that hip crease. All right, and then from there, we're going to do a little shoulder stretch. We're going to just elbow rotations, send those shoulders forward. Nice little front rack stretch there. And if this is pretty easy, we can kind of inch those hands out each time we bring those shoulders forward, holding it about 2 to 3 seconds each time, just getting a nice little stretch in the shoulders and lats. Moving from there, we'll go into the strict press. So she's going to move that barbell to her front rack position and simply just using her arms only, shoulders only. Nice strict press like so. After she's done 5 of those, bring that barbell down to our waist. Straight leg deadlifts, also known as Romanian deadlifts. Basically, again, kind of getting a little hamstring stretch, warming up those hammies and those glutes. And then the final iteration is front squats. So we're gonna bring that barbell back up to her front rack position. Good squat stance, keeping those elbows nice and high, keeping that torso upright, 5 front squats. And that is your barbell, barbell warm up.